what is your favourite Yu-Gi-Oh series? What is up, everyone? Panda here. And I really want to do some more Yu-Gi-Oh content, so I decided to have a little discussion today, and I want to talk about what is your favourite Yu-Gi-Oh series. It can also count for the manga as well, for this, but I haven't personally read the manga. I've read little bits of 5Ds and GX, but I'm going to talk to you in which ones I personally find. I'm going to start from the bottom first, all the way to my favourite series of Yu-Gi-Oh. Now this is really going to count for the cards that came out in that series, the characters, and just a lot of it, and also the fights as well. So my least favourite one is Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal 1. So, and everyone's thinking, oh, of course, it's got to be that one. Well, yeah, but there are some really good things about Zexal. I do enjoy a lot of the XYZ monsters. However, the problem is with Zexal is that Yuma is so annoying. He is literally the worst character in Zexal. And then he tried to copy a lot of things from the original with having Astral. And as well, his deck is terrible. But the good thing about Zexal is that we've got some very interesting rivals. I love Kaito. Kaito is my favourite. I mainly run a Photon deck nowadays. As well, I do enjoy Shark, and also as well, I don't want to bring Zexal 2 into it, but all I can say is Zexal 2 at the moment is so far a very, very good season so far. Although we've only had 6 episodes of it, it is still very good. But like I said, there's the problem with all of Yuma's friends as well, like Kotori, Catherine not so much, but Tanosuke and all those other guys, they are such terrible side characters. And as well, some of the villains, I didn't really care that much for the Dr. Faker fight. I didn't care for Tron that much either. But for some of the favourite fights in Zexal, I'm probably gonna have to go for the tag duel with Yuma and Kaito versus 3 and 4. And then probably one on its own. I'm probably gonna have to go for. Oh, that is such a hard one. I'll probably have to go for when Shark was fighting V. I think he was either fighting V or 4. And then also my third one, which is going to be probably a big surprise to you, is actually going to be the original Yu-Gi-Oh series. I know, absolutely blasphemy for this, but I'm mainly choosing Yu-Gi-Oh! As like I said, I am also judging it on the cards as well. I mean, we had some really good cards. I mean, it introduced. I absolutely loved the TV show when it came out, but like I said, I'm judging it on characters as well and stuff. As well, I really do enjoy that. I do enjoy Yugi. I love Joey to death. Brooklyn Rage. All that. And as well, we had some of the best rivals as well. I do enjoy Rex. I love freaking Pegasus. I really enjoy Kaiba as well. No matter how much a little brother complex he has. I mean, Kaito's got that as well in Zexal, but I do enjoy that. And as well, the decks were pretty good. However, there were throughout all the cards that came out, there still wasn't that much, and a lot of them are overpowered. And I mean, we didn't even have that in those days, but now since we've got more advanced cards that really cannot take some of them, trying to think Cyberjar, Regeki, and also the Egyptian God cards. I mean, come on, when you first saw an Egyptian God card, were you thinking, I want that card so much, and now that we got them, we don't even use them no more, because there's no point. But my favourite fights in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, I'm probably either gonna have to go with Joey versus that one guy in on the Battle City tournament when he I try to remember his name because I know he was the one trying to save Merrick. And then as well I have the original Yugi versus Sakaiba, probably the one right after Battle City as well, because Battle City hands down is the best series of Yu-Gi-Oh. Next one I'm going to go for is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Yes, I'm choosing 5Ds. Mainly because, and you know, people are saying like, why are you choosing GX as your number one? It's the most worst series of them all. I will explain, but let me explain why 5Ds is number two. But like 5Ds, hands down, like I'm saying, hands down has got the best main character and the best female protagonist in the series. Akiza, and you know, Akiza is hands down the freaking best freaking female, hands down, in all the series. And then as well, we got Yusei. Yusei is a badass. The once we had a grown-up, like, Yu-Gi-Oh player. And I really enjoy the duel. But the problem, card games on motorcycles. You know, that was not needed. That was sort of worse, because then they started using the speed counters. And no matter what I hate the most out of the series is when they come up with bullshit reasons to win a duel. So that's mainly like the Speed World stuff and like anime-only cards, because there were quite a few anime-only cards in that series, and that's why I hate Zexal so much. I know they made the Zexal, like for Zexal, I know they made the Zexal weapons real, but you know, considering the rest of the cards are just bullcrap and how much they changed them. So that's mainly reason why, but the fights as well. Probably my favourite part of 5Ds has got to be definitely the Dark Signers arc. Dark Signers is very damn good. I do love the cards. I love when Yugioh was against that's I forget what her name was. The girl with like the lizard one, because it's been so long. But I loved that fight against her. And as well, I mainly chose like 5Ds down, mainly because of the last arc. I really do not enjoy like the last arc with the synchro killers, with all like Weisel, Granel, Skeel. I didn't really find those guys that like really bad villains, and it just that arc in particular was more of a saga, as it like went on for about more than 100 episodes, and it just got very boring at the end. Like, I really just did not enjoy that. But yes, my number one is going to be GX. And he's thinking, why? Like Jaden Yugi is like one of the most annoying characters ever imaginable. When I watched this as a kid, I really did enjoy Jaden. I really do enjoy him. Even as well, like when this is the only like series where I was like, God damn it, I really want to see more. Because that, you know, as we know, they stopped dubbing after, like, the 4th season, and, you know, you're like, what the hell happens next? That was the season where I was like, damn it, I don't care, this is, like, the first anime I'm going to see subbed. And that was, like, the last season of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was, like, the one I had to see, like, every week. I actually kept up with it weekly before I really came, like, into anime. And like, I do love a lot of the cards in GX. I mean, we got the fusions, like, although fusions are not as best, because I personally find Synchro Monsters are probably the best kind of, like, extra deck card we can get. I find that we got so much stuff for fusions that it was very worthwhile. I mean, we got all the elemental heroes, we got the XYZs, we got a lot of effect monsters and magic cards, and we got so many decks as well that we could use. Like, GX is personally one of my favorites, and that's, like, as well, one of my most favorite decks, which is the one I love to run, is a Crystal Beast deck. And you're thinking, well, Crystal Beasts are so terrible. That's true, Crystal Beasts are so terrible, like, but I just personally enjoy that. I mean, that's the only deck I really ever fully built. And, as well, we still got some good cards from GX that we still use, like the Dark World decks. We got them to use. And even, as well, one of my friends, like, on, YouTube, Anime Hero, he still rolls an Elemental Hero deck. That is 2 seasons, like, gone of, like, of, like, Yugioh, and he's still using an Elemental Hero deck. That's, like, and it's still very powerful. That is, like, incredible that you can still use a deck for that long. Like, and I find, as well, with the series in general, the arcs were a lot better. I loved the Sacred Beast arc. I loved how the starting of sort of the school life one. I mean, come on, who didn't love the Moki Moki guy? The first kid on kids TV who was actually high, because he's like, dude, Moki Moki, man. Like, it's like, come on, we had that. Alexis, she was sort of an accuser in the working, but she came out. We got Chaz, one of my most favourite rivals is in there. Zayn, come on, we love us some Zayn. You know, I mean, Cyrus and the others were a bit of the dicks. And then, personally, like, the Sacred Beast arc, the third arc after that, the final arc was alright. I didn't particularly care about it, but then we got the Yugi versus Jaden fight, which was incredible. You know, everyone wanted that. Everyone wanted two protagonists. I wish they would have done that in 5Ds. Then we would have had, like, Yusei versus, like, Jaden or Yugi. That would have been a very interesting fight. But in the end of GX, it just left me wanting more. Then with 5Ds, I was just like, okay, it's ended. It was a pretty good series. But that's all for this video, people. I know I went on for a while, but I really wanted to talk a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! I might do reviews of the old series. Like I might do a review of like the original GX or like original Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Maybe even Zexal Season 1. But that's all for this video, people. Thank you very much for watching. Very long, I know. I apologize, but remember, everyone, strike like a panda. Sana, and I'll see you next time.